Hey, what's going on? In this video, we are gonna sew a new minimalist wallet. This wallet features 5 card slots, along with a slot for your cash, along with a zippered coin purse. This project uses barely any material at all, so if you're looking for a use for some of your scrap fabric, look no further. If you like this type of content, I'd greatly appreciate it if you consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, hitting the like button and leaving me a comment. Also really helps me out. So I've gone ahead and I printed out the sewing pattern on some A4 size paper. This pattern is also available in letter size, and I'm just going to measure it to ensure that it is printed to scale. When I create these patterns, I ensure that the pattern piece is 100% life size. That way you're going to be able to cut it out, place it directly onto fabric, cut out the fabric, and you have the perfect size piece. On every page of the sewing pattern, I overlay a 1 inch by 1 inch grid. That way you're going to know if you're actually printing out to actual size. Along with cutting out your fabric shapes, you're also going to need to cut out a 4-inch length of number 5 zipper and also some 1-inch loop and hook Velcro. I always like to start off my projects with the easiest parts first, so I've gone ahead and I've cut out the card flaps. We'll start off with card flap 1, and what we want to do is fold over the edge 1/4 inch. I've placed some double-sided sticky tape on the edge, but clips will do just as good. What I'm doing here is I'm just making a nice crease all the way down that edge, so we've folded it over 1/4 inch, we're sticking it down and making a nice crease before we go over it with the sewing machine. We have 5 card flaps in total, so we're going to have to do this process with every single one of them. So I brought card flap number 1 over to the sewing machine, and what we want to do is sew a 1/8 inch seam all the way down that top edge. What you're seeing here is the right face of the fabric. This is the part that you're actually going to see when you open the wallet. As I said previously, we have 5 card flaps in total, so we're just going to feed them through the same way we did card flap number 1. Once we have all 5 card flaps sewn, it's time to sew them to our inside wallet shape. As you can see on my sewing pattern, I put a line on where to place each card flap. I find the easiest way to do this is to put a line every 1/4 inch increment on the left hand side of the fabric. When we're sewing these card flaps, we're going to start with card flap number 5, then 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the way we're going to line up card flap 1 is right on the edge of the left hand side of the fabric. If you want to sew this minimalist wallet for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description below to the sewing pattern. That link will send you over to my Etsy store where I create my own sewing patterns, and I make these little how-to videos for you to follow along at home. Before we sew card flap number 1 to the wallet, we do want to place our 4-inch piece of hook Velcro. We're just going to use some double-sided sticky tape to hold it in place. And because the bottom corners of the card flap number 1 are angled, we're just going to go ahead and cut off the excess Velcro. Once our Velcro is placed and our excess is cut off, we're going to take this over to our sewing machine and sew a 1/8 inch seam all the way around that Velcro. For this project, I'm just going to use a 3mm stitch length, and the sewing thread that I'm using is just some all-purpose polyester sewing thread. It's time to start sewing the card flaps to the inside wallet shape. I've placed card flap number 5 on the 4th line that we drew, and the way we're going to sew this to the inside wallet shape is by sewing a 1/4 inch seam all the way down the bottom edge of each card flap. We will repeat this process with card flaps 2, 3, 4, and 5. We'll place it exactly on the line, sew a 1/4 inch seam all the way along the bottom. Once we reach card flap number 1, we're going to change it up a bit. We're only going to sew a 1/8 inch seam all the way across the bottom. So all our card flaps are in place, but there's nothing stopping them from shifting side to side. So I'm going to put some temporary 1/8 inch stitches down each side of the card flaps. I'm choosing to sew 1/8 inch seams here so that when we put our edge binding on later, these seams will be covered by the edge binding. In this step, we're going to start working on our coin purse. We'll start by placing the right face of our zipper to the right face of our fabric, and we're going to sew a 1/4 inch seam all the way across the top. And I'm just using some double-sided sticky tape here just to hold it in place. So I brought the piece back over to the sewing machine, and I'm just going to sew that 1/4 inch seam all the way across the top, and we're continuing with our 3mm stitch length. If you're familiar with any of my other projects, you're going to be able to guess how I'm going to do this zipper. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold it over and put a nice crease right where we stitched it. Once we have that nice crease there, we're going to sew a 1/8 inch seam all the way across the top. Before we take this over to the sewing machine, we are going to save ourselves a little time and place the piece of loop Velcro at the bottom of the coin purse. We're going to sew this the exact same way as card flap number 1. We'll do that 1/8 inch seam all the way around the edge, and also we're going to cut off the excess Velcro that we don't need. We're back over to our sewing machine where we're going to sew that 1/8 inch seam right at the crease between the fabric and the sewing machine. When you're sewing this, ensure that your zipper is laying flat on the sewing machine bed and the only thing folded is the corridor of fabric. Once we've finished sewing the zipper, we're going to go ahead and sew that Velcro. We're going to go all the way around the perimeter with a 1/8 inch seam. In this step, we're going to add the bottom liner to our coin purse. To make this process a little bit simpler, I've gone and placed some double-sided sticky tape all the way around the perimeter of the wrong side of the coin purse. And I'm just going to place that piece of fabric directly on the back of it. The way I'm going to finish off the top edge of this coin purse is with a piece of 3/4 inch nylon edge binding. I'm just going to fold it in half and clip it to the top of the zipper. The idea here is to sew a 1/8 inch seam all the way down the bottom of this piece of nylon. That seam should penetrate both sides of the nylon edge binding, the zipper, and the inside pocket liner. Our coin purse assembly is almost complete. I'll go ahead and finish it by sewing a 1/8 inch seam down the bottom 3 sides. Sewing these bottom 3 edges is kind of optional depending on your sewing ability, because in our next step, we're going to do this once again. The way that we're going to sew this coin purse assembly to our inside wallet shape is by sewing a 1/8 inch seam down the bottom 3 edges once again. You should notice that we did this in our last step, so depending on your sewing ability, that last step there to finish off the coin purse assembly is kind of optional. Be sure not to sew over top of the nylon webbing. We need that flap to stay open, that way we can slide our money into that opening. So our inside wallet shape is complete, and I've gone ahead and I've cut out the outside wallet shape, and we want to place them back to back, so wrong face to wrong face, and that will be the inside and outside of our wallet. If you choose to customize the outside of this wallet, be sure to have customized it before you sew these 2 pieces together. The technique that I've chosen to connect these 2 sides of the wallet together is by sewing a piece of 3/4 inch edge binding all the way around the perimeter. I don't have any fancy tools for doing edge binding, so I've gone ahead and I've cut out the length of 3/4 inch edge binding and just clipped it right to the edge of my project. I've done this technique quite a bit now, and it seems to work out pretty good for me, so I'm going to stick with it. The idea here is to sew all the way around the perimeter this edge binding about 1/8 inch in from the edge. Be sure that your needle penetrates both sides of the edge binding along with the fabric in your project. If you're new to this technique, just ensure that your edge binding is equal on both sides of the fabric and just take it slow. So the edge binding is the final step of our project, so that will finish off our wallet. If you like the video, please consider subscribing to my channel. Hitting the like button also really helps me out, helps this channel grow, and it also helps this content reach more people that have the same hobby as us. What should I make next? Let me know in the comment section below. Until next time, take it easy. Bye-bye.